Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
Hey, welcome to the podcast. It was a fun show Monday. If you missed it, you're going to get all the goodies right here. Like, if you have friends, like a couple friends that have decided they want you to take the relationship to the next level, how do you handle that, especially if you're not into it? And at the 9-minute mark, how to save buco bucks on your back-to-school shopping. Kat's got that for you as we get into the podcast now.
We've got email. We've got email. Got email. Got email. We've got email.
Got this email from Sherry and thought it was very error-worthy.
I'm going to nutshell it because it is very long. She says, hey, guys, hope you can help me out with this. Your listeners have great insight. Things just got weird. We have a couple friends that are a couple that we've known for 9 years. We've done vacations. We've gone out of town with our kids. We house sit for each other, and things have never felt off. As of lately, though, they've been acting a little bit more interested in both me and my husband, in the sense that my friend's husband will touch the small of my back often. And they just brought up at a wine night and dinner evening that we went to at their house that they had been swingers for over a decade and a half. They just never let us in on that part of their life. And they were wondering if we would like to take things to the next level. After knowing them for 9 years, that is not something that my husband nor myself would like to explore. How do I possibly tell them and not change my mindset and how I act towards them? Sherry.
I don't think you can put the toothpaste back in the tube, man.
This is very true. It's very true. But you also shouldn't judge another person's
Not
lifestyle.
judging.
If they're swinging, if they like to incorporate freaky things into their relationship, that's their thing. Listen, all you have to, if you tell them no, and they don't ever bring it up
You're
again,
going to look at them different.
I know.
You are.
But I know what she is like kind of feeling when things get awkward if somebody of the opposite sex starts acting weird, touching the small of your back a little bit more. Oh, let me squeeze by you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if they stop doing that altogether and things go back to normal conversations, normal get-togethers, could you? Or is it something that maybe you should explore? What would it take? If let's say Jay and Jen come to you and they say, hey,
here's
guys.
the problem. I don't, number one, Trisha or I, neither of us are into this, but I don't need that pressure. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that kind of pressure in a relationship. Like, it's just, my biggest fear is like, what if I don't do well?
Yeah.
Then what?
They'll talk
Then
about
what?
you.
Of course they will. I don't want everyone knowing that I didn't do well.
Maybe that's the thing, Sherry. Maybe you just have to be like really bad at everything that night. And then they're like, we don't want to mess with this again.
Stephanie, let's say Kat and I are a couple and we're really good friends with you and your husband. And then Kat goes, hey, do you guys want to take it to the next level? How do you respond?
No.
Just straight up, no, we're not into
No,
this.
thank you.
But then do you try to forget about that whole conversation and that it even happened? Or how does she continue?
I mean, I don't know, because if you've been friends for 9 years, you're going to know that
Right.
that isn't quite, like, our flavor. So maybe they're actually trying to end the friendship. Maybe they're like, we know they'll be so freaked out
Yeah.
that, like, they can dump us, even though, like, we're really dumping you by asking you this weird question. Because my gut's like, I never want to talk to them again.
Really? Okay, so Kat and I are both feeling a little bit sorry for ourselves because we've never been tried to be recruited by any swingers. Have you been tried? Like, are you a recruitee? Have you ever been, tried to be
Yeah, what it
persuaded?
Not that I guess I've been aware of.
Right. Okay, so we're all losers. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page.
I
Nobody
got
wants
moves. People don't know. I got moves.
Yeah.
Jersey Turnpike. I got secrets.
All right, so nobody wants any of us, and none of us want to do anything outside our very vanilla world. Thank you, Stephanie. I hope you have a great day. A whole bunch of people decided to prove me wrong. Did you see how many texts we've got
Yes.
of people that have
one
been
of them
asked?
very surprising.
Which one?
You cannot say any names. One of the first ones to text. Very surprising.
Oh, why is that surprising?
Because I would never think that about this person.
The amount of
But good
people
for you.
that are texting in that have been asked to become part of a relationship.
Yeah.
In like there's a married couple and they ask to bring you into the relationship is blowing my mind right now.
This one, I've been asked to
Dozens.
be a part of a menage a trois times and had to say no every time. That's very flattering that you are so appealing that two people would decide at the same time that you need to be a part of it.
I know a couple that did this and the relationship never survived.
I would think so. I mean, jealousy will kick in, or I don't know. That I just feel it.
Those parameters have to be very, very clear before this is attempted, I believe.
But how unsexy to have that conversation sober and then start that lifestyle. I don't know how that would go, but a lot of people claiming that there is something that
Talk about the nuts and the bolts.
Is she not going to call in? All right. So there is a hotel, I guess, and they block off the entire hotel for 3 nights, evidently. And then there's
convention.
A bowl at the front desk with different colored nuts and bolts, and you have to walk around and match up with that colored nut.
If I'm understanding this right, I'm a dude. I walk up to the one with the nut. Or I'd have the bolt. I would have the bolt. I'd grab a bolt out of the bolt jar, and I mingle until I find a girl that's got the same colored nut.
Right.
And then we would be together.
Yes. Yeah. So that just sounds like swapping. That doesn't sound like swinging to me.
Unless you have to be in a committed relationship to go there.
Yeah.
What if there's 2 bolts with the same color and then you're looking for the nut?
Yeah. This one, please leave me anonymous. But yes, I was offered to partake in swinging, politely declined. But the dude was persistently creepy. That's where it goes wrong.
Yeah.
That's where you make a dirty name for that whole lifestyle, is if you are a pusher. You can't be a swinger and a pusher at the same time. You have to just...
You either got to swing or push.
You got to swing or push. That's basically what it boils down to. Are you okay?
Play farmer over the weekend?
I did. My sister's chickens.
She's urban farming.
She is. So behind her garage, she has like this big setup. I mean, it's pretty phenomenal. She's making it into like this big condo for chickens. But the last time I saw these chicks, they were chicks. Yeah. And now they're those. Have you ever seen the video of that chicken that first the head comes out and then it has those massive like fur legs? Like that's what they're looking like. They're going to be huge.
Sure.
So I had to go feed those.
What's the egg production like?
No idea. Didn't ask. I wouldn't eat it. I don't know.
You wouldn't eat those eggs?
No, I just feel like I wouldn't.
Well, of course you would.
She'll feed them to me without me knowing.
Yeah.
I know she will.
Yeah. So you just threw some feed down. How many are there?
Yeah, there's 4.
Okay, well that's
and one
easy.
is named after me, Auntie Cat. So my nephew was like America, barbecue, Auntie Cat, and then I don't know what the other one is named, but I was like, this is like the last thing I would ever want to do.
Urban farming is different.
Urban farm, deal with that stuff. I'll run to Quick Trip when I get the alert on my phone that they're $1.99.
She's far enough in the city where she doesn't have to worry about coyotes or anything coming in and messing with those.
I guess. But aren't they coming in more and more?
Yeah, a little bit. But I think they're getting enough food on the outskirts. They take a lot of cats and dogs out.
I guess. I don't know. Just like...
She just doesn't feel like the person that would be urban farming. Like she's
100%. She would live off the land if she could.
She can't.
I know. But I roll up and all of her windows are open. She was gone overnight. I'm like, what world are you living in? All of her windows were open. Her front door, like it was just a screen door. Anybody could have walked in. She really counts on the fact that she has like a lot of cameras around her house that she would just call the police and bust them like that. But
the phrase my old man used to always say about locks is those just keep the honest criminals out. Same with cameras. Those just keep the honest criminals out.
It truly did look like somebody was home. So maybe that was her method. She just wanted like fresh air throughout her house. But I was like, her whole house was open.
Right. And I'm sure she really appreciates you telling, tens of thousands of people every morning about how she doesn't lock her doors.
Who knew that?
Anything.
Bob knew her house
was
open. No.
Just tell her I can go back to school.
I've gone back to school.
Let me go back to school.
I refuse to take a frightful child to lunch on the way back to school.
All right, so back to school shopping kind of on everyone's mind. We're
still
waiting.
Thought about it.
Really? End caps. There's a whole area, all these stores. And so I'll probably go and get Liam's notebooks and stuff like that because the lists are out. But one thing I did last year and totally worked out, I'm going to do it again this year because Liam used like a fraction of his back to school items. And I told my mom, who I thought would be like, wow, you're so frugal. Good job. Way to look out for and pinching the pennies and stuff. I'm going to go into all of his stuff from last year and I just sharpen everything. I sharpen his pencils. which like are hardly used. He used like one the whole year. And so he has all these other ones. And then I'm going to sharpen his colored pencils. I'll probably get him new markers, but we have like 8 unused Elmer sticks. He has his scissors. Am I a loser? Am I a cheap loser for doing this? She made me feel like that. She goes, why won't you go get him some new stuff? It's only going to cost you like $20. I said, I'm going to get him new notebooks and new folders. But I was really proud of myself last year. I think I
Kudos
saved.
to your kid for not just throwing everything away.
He doesn't even, he does not even care at all. I think he's so chill. And then we went to Once Upon a Child. I walked away with just an insane amount of like Under Armour, Nike, Adidas stuff. And then I'm ordering on Amazon all of his compression leggings, which all the kids wear. They wear those, and then
They're all
shorts over 'em.
superheroes.
Yeah. And that's like all they wear all year. So I'm going to order like 7 pair of those. And then he gets 2 new pairs of shoes. I feel like I'm winning. Don't you feel like I'm winning? I feel like
You're
maybe
so
she
winning.
should shut up.
I dropped $1,500 on back to school stuff the
So
other day.
dumb. Why?
Because
Why did you do
this
that?
This is what we did with both our kids. Our oldest and then the middle one that's going away to college. We said, hey, you can get whatever computer you want. You get $1,500. That's what we're going to give you.
Computers. All right.
And that's it. And so that was,
But now you hear this morning, write it off. Save those receipts.
it doesn't really help.
Get your money back.
It doesn't help very much.
Why?
Well, because I'm going to get $2 back on my taxes for the $1,500.
$2 is $2. Could add up. But I just want to know, like, Derek thought it was really cool that I did what I did, where I
think most
everything.
parents are too lazy. They would probably just spend an extra $2.50 on more colored pencils and wouldn't sharpen them up.
That was me for forever, but I will have time today to just go through all of his stuff, make sure he has all the colors he needs. And then if his markers work, like it doesn't even look like he opened his pack of markers.
Probably didn't.
I don't think he did.
I think there's a lot of stuff that they don't need that they get
I agree with you.
asked to bring.
I'll have to go get the dry erase. I don't mind buying stuff for teachers. My mom's a
okay with
teacher. I get that you guys don't get paid enough and you have to spend your own money. I get that. So I'll get that in the Lysol wipes, but...
Well, how about this? Do you have a money-saving tip as you're starting back-to-school shopping right now? So Kat's money-saving tip is resharpen the pencils.
Just go through and see what they have not used. You will be so surprised.
I noticed these weird requests that actors put in their movie contracts. I got a whole list of them. And I'm going to read the weird request, and then you try and fit it with what actor you think this is, okay?
Say actor or actress. So
Okay,
I don't
this would be
waste
an
my time.
actor. This is a dude. Must be allowed to golf at least twice a week during the movie shooting, and the production company has to pay for it and take him to the golf course.
Bradley Cooper. Am I close? You know I have like thousands of people to choose from, right?
Samuel L. Jackson
Okay.
has to be able to golf at least twice per week, and they have to pay for it.
That's on Alice Cooper's rider, you know?
Yeah.
They have to have a golf course available
This
for him.
actor allows him extra time off during filming so he could attend L.A. Laker home games.
Oh, Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson is right.
Yes.
Good job. Yeah.
He's so hot.
That dude's pushing 90.
Yeah, I know.
He's got enough man boob for all of us, by the way.
Got a little weird side to me.
This actress added a no-death clause to all projects after she was killed in a movie with 3 other leading ladies.
So she can't be killed off in a movie. Sharon Stone.
No. Queen Latifah.
Oh, what was that movie?
It was Set It Off.
That's
with
it.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
That's a horrible scene in that
At the
movie.
end where she gets
Yeah.
gunned down.
Well, now you just ruined it for everybody.
Well, sorry. This actor, Kat, won't allow his likeness to be used for action figures or video games ever. And this is going to surprise you. He's one of the biggest actors on the planet.
The
but
Rock.
Nope. Tom Cruise. Sorry. Hit the wrong button.
Oh,
Tom Cruise.
okay.
So, if they do come out with like a Maverick Top Gun video game, they can't use his likeness.
Okay.
They have to use everyone
He
else.
seems too serious for me. I feel like that would be annoying.
This actor, probably one of the big 5 actors on the planet, had requested a basketball court and a private beach hut inspired palace for him to spend his downtime, and they gave it to him.
Johnny Depp.
George Clooney.
I was gonna say George Clooney, but he doesn't seem like an island boy.
He said he did it to see if they would actually do it, and then he let everybody else play basketball and sit underneath the cabana and stuff like that. All right, one more. See, and I think that you're probably not going to get this one because this guy is like, he's such a...
Give me an extra hint with it then.
Okay. This actor requested and got that every other actor on the movie set had to get, quote, equal pain so none of them could ever lose when they fought each other, and he got it. Now think of a movie where there's a whole bunch of really, really studded up dudes.
Yeah.
And none of them could ever lose a fight if they fought each other. Which actor?
What other hint are you giving me? Give me two.
Car.
Oh, Vin Diesel?
Close. It was The Rock.
Okay.
So The Rock made it so that...
everyone feels the pain he does?
Any Fast and Furious movie is called Equal Pain. That's in all of their contracts.
Yeah.
So that if The Rock ends up getting in a fight with Vin Diesel, neither of them obviously loses.
Okay.
Something breaks up the fight so that they don't lose. Same with Jason Statham and anybody else that's in any of these movies.
Yeah.
They bring them in. It's called Equal Pain.
I don't like that. There's got to be a loser.
They make it so that they don't. It keeps their characters alive.
All right.
Make sure they never kill anybody off. I just thought that was kind of, especially the George Clooney one.
Yeah.
Dude says, I need a private basketball court in a cabana. Build it. They did. And he said, everybody can join.
Okay.
Thought that was kind of cool.
He wants to get baptized. And I have no problems with it. I have no qualms. I am literally at a loss as to how to make it happen.
Well, I mean, I guess you just got to start with your church.
I don't have a church.
Go get one.
How do I get one?
Sample them. When Trish and I moved to town, one of the very first things we did was we went to all the churches. We didn't know anyone when we got here. So I asked a couple of people around work, because those are the people you usually, meet first. And they suggested a couple of churches.
Okay.
And we went to one. And we're like, this isn't that bad. Then we went to another, and we're like, whoa, we really feel this one. Because it was way more laid back. It was kind of youth driven. And
that's what I want.
The big thing is we knew that, as our kids grew, we were going to spend, because my family isn't from here, right? We're from an hour and a half away, and we knew we'd be back and forth to Grandma and Grandpa's a lot on the weekends. And I knew that I would be spending, likely Easter and Christmas at my mom and dad's church.
Yeah.
And so I wanted a place, they offered Wednesday night services. And so that was better for us because we knew we were planning on having kids that would do travel baseball, travel hockey, stuff like that. And we found a place that fit, and boom. And then both of our oldest kids had been baptized where we were living before, and then Nolan got baptized here. So that for me, it was, we sampled 3 or 4 churches, I think.
Okay.
And then just found the one that fit the best. And I'm telling you, you'll catch a vibe.
Yeah. What I need to do is convince Derek to become Catholic, because I was raised Catholic.
Why?
Because he has such a hang up. He just says Catholic, anything takes forever. He said it just takes forever. That's his thing. It's not so much the ideals, but like Liam is going to vacation Bible school all week with his friend, and he came home last night and he was glowing. He was like, he had such a great time.
Yeah. And
they played fun Jesus God games, and it's not like we don't pray. We pray for people.
Yeah, but that whole thing is new to him too. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
a new experience, and it's a new adventure. You guys don't have to both be Catholic or both be Lutheran or Presbyterian or anything like that.
That's what I've always said,
You don't
but
have
yet
to.
I'm the one that has to be Lutheran. Not that I have a problem with it, but I'm just saying.
I'll tell you this much, for conversion's sake, it is going to be a heck of a lot easier for you to go Lutheran than it is for him to go
did.
Catholic.
I did.
Oh,
but
then what do you-
I don't really know what that means, though. Like when we go to church.
What do you mean you convert? So you went and you took the...
No, I just go to a Lutheran church.
That's easy.
And I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I just want somewhere cool and funky and youth-driven, too.
So remember, if you have a traditional Catholic church and you want Derek to go with you, he can't take communion until he's done the conversion thing.
Yeah.
And you can take communion in a Lutheran church as long as you believe in God and the forgiveness of sins kind of thing.
We don't do communion
Sure.
at Lutheran.
Oh, I bet
church.
you do at least once a month. Some of them only do once a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Every time I go with my in-laws, we never do that.
And they might
never
have postponed it with COVID, but most places will go now to the little cups or intinction,
Yeah.
or something like that.
I don't know. I just felt like, what a crap mom that I've never baptized him. Like, that's his whole thing. He would love to get baptized this year, and I got to make it happen for him. Like, what would be my hang up, you know?
You just got to be
that I'm
members at a
lazy?
church. Just be members at a church. And they'll baptize them whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. I just felt really bad. I've never been on the ball as a mom. I think it was because the start to his life, then my colon collapsed, and I didn't do like the baby photos and stuff like that, and I don't do family photos. Why am I a crap mom?
You're not crap, Mom.
I
You're
do
just
feel
doing
like
it-
that.
No. Your expectations are held up to what everybody else has done. You're doing it your way. That's not crap.
I don't know. That's why I look on social media. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't taken family photos in a half a decade.
If you guys just take the next 4 Sundays and sample churches you think you'd like,
Yeah.
and it could even be by the outside decor. I'm telling you, go to their websites.
Yeah.
You'll see. You'll see.
One in Becker gives us a Rip Your Floats on Wednesday.
There it is.
It is.
See?
I'm telling you, that's
And I'm telling you, if your son is going to, now he's going to start getting into confirmation classes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And as that moves forward, you're going to want, a church that, dedicates some time to the youth spot.
Yeah.
And a place that you're going to feel comfortable. Go to 4 services. I guarantee one will stick out for you.
Okay.
That you'll want to go to all the time.
All right. Any suggestions are welcome, obviously. I just thought, like, man, I got to make this happen for him. I have less than a year to make it
And
happen.
the other thing that could drive you is, where are his friends going?
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
the
That's
thing.
going to be a bigger thing. If you say that some of his friends like Vacation Bible School at that church, they're probably going to like Sunday school at that church. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a big thing. Like, I grew up in a small town, and almost all of my friends went to the same church. Mm-hmm. And that was the thing. So I'd see them at Sunday school, and then we'd sit next to each other in church, and it made it a lot easier for youth to go to church. By the book
Right.
isn't enticing to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want it to be a chore to go to church. I want to be there. I want to dress down. I want to dress casual. You know what I mean? I want to wear a pair of jeans and a sweatshirt.
I guess I just wanted your advice there.
I would try 4.
All right.
If you try 4 over the next 4 weeks, by the time you get into October, you'll have a church, and you can have him baptized probably before Christmas.
Next Sunday, I have a 31 gifts party. But that's at night. I can do it.
You're such a tool bag. It's only
I
an
need a new
hour.
tote.
It's only an hour in the morning. You know that, right? Suggestions on how she can. I think Kat's looking at the cheapest, easiest way to get her kid baptized. You got a suggestion? You should holler. On the tip of baptism, so your son goes to Vacation Bible School with one of his friends the other night.
Yep.
And then comes home and says, Mom, I want to get baptized.
Oh, he had such a great time. Like, he came home last night. I said, how did it go? He's like, it was so fun. And I love that he would want to go. So we got to find a church. And I know I've been saying this for a decade, but he also wants to get baptized and vocalized it. And he's old enough to know what he wants, I think, at 10 years old.
I was thinking during that last song, you know what else you can do? I know a lot of churches, because of COVID, went online.
Yeah.
You can probably get a decent vibe out of the way that church is just by watching online. I bet you they even archive some of their stuff.
Very true. I did go to oh my God, I don't even know what it's called. We went with Jake and Becky. Remember Jake and Becky?
Yeah.
Probably 12 years ago, Derek and I went. And I was like, I really like the vibe. It's not pushy. It's like you believe in what you want to believe, but here are some lessons that maybe could help you throughout your day. I like that too.
Melissa, thoughts on all this?
I guess, I'm not against it or anything. I just, my family doesn't really go to church. Not like we're not baptized or anything ourselves, but we just, we don't. And so we just never baptized our daughter. And,
Yeah.
I mean, she's only 5, so she's not as old as Liam, obviously. But, still, we just never were into that. So she just isn't. So I feel like Kat shouldn't feel bad that he isn't.
I know, but I do. I have very, very religious in-laws. And one thing I had to talk to him about this weekend was you're not going to not go to heaven because you're not baptized. So he somehow, somewhere got the message that if you're not, then you're not seen like that. And you're just going to live in limbo, which I do not believe. I said, if you're not a crap person and you do good things and you live a good life and you love your family and friends, you're going to heaven. It doesn't matter. That kind of conversation I had with him. But he still wants to get it done, and I got to make it happen. So.
Right. I guess, our daughter, she still knows who, God and Jesus is. She talks to him. She has, a picture of Jesus and Mary on her wall in her bedroom because, my grandparents are really religious.
Yeah.
So, they talked to her about him. So, I guess she's grown up knowing who they are. So I feel like she might not have that same thought process where if I'm not baptized, but
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I appreciate your input. Thank you.
Say Cloud Area Child Passenger Safety Collaborative, that is a mouthful. They're hosting a car seat checkup event at the Sartell Fire Department on Wednesday, 3 until 6. This is a no judgment zone. If you feel like maybe your car seat is a little loose, maybe you have it in wrong, maybe you need somebody that's a professional to just show you, and then you know how to do it in the future. But there's going to be agencies from Benton, Stearns, and then Sherburne County. Law enforcement says that failing to secure a child seat is one of the most common problems that they see. I mean,
if you're a first-time parent, this is hard to do.
It is very hard to do. And now, like before you leave the hospital, you have to show them that you know how to even out that level of the base so your child is safely in their car seat. So just head on over there and say, hey, some people need some
Take
help.
a peek. It's always good to be reassured that your kiddo's going to be okay.
You're going back to school. Go back to school.
Go back to school, sir.
Back to school.
Back to school on Monday. He's not going back to school. Just tell her I can go back to school.
I've gone back to school.
Let me go back to school.
I refuse to take a frightful child to lunch on the way back to school.
Well, look at this. I literally did not know this, but St. Cloud area accountants reminding parents to think about tax season when it comes to school supplies. You know, you can save all your receipts, and that is taxable. Any school supplies that you have, you can go ahead and put them on your taxes. It's like a miscellaneous item, but you can write them off. So anything like notebooks, pens, pencils, calculators, even especially electronics, something that you spend a lot of money on, maybe a laptop for the school year, even gym shoes. And this will be an interest to you, driver's education.
Really?
So,
that's tax deductible.
Yeah. So go ahead and save your receipts and then bring it to your accountant at the end of the year, especially if you have tuition at private schools, tax credits, all that good stuff. So keep it all in a nice little envelope. McDonald's, I really loved this menu item, and I really hope that it's going to be in this state. But the steak, egg, and cheese bagel is back. Did you ever have that? It had like onions on it. I don't know if it was real onions.
You think there's fake onions?
Yeah, I think maybe they concocted them in their McDonald's
Every
laboratory.
place on the planet can make an onion. I think there's plenty.
But it is coming back, so they're going to bring it back for a few weeks, see how it does. It is in select states, so maybe an option to jazz up your morning breakfast routine. All right, last Wednesday, a truck lost its load of hundreds of pounds of cow intestines. I can't imagine what that smell would be like. People in downtown Houston say it was horrible.
The city truck pull up, and they're scooping innards off the road. Yeah, it's going to be here a while. It's going to linger a bit.
Ended up pulling up to her daycare, got out of my car, and couldn't figure out what the bad scent was. Walked back out with her, and stuff was hanging from the bottom of the car, and flies were swarming.
Oh my God. That, I think laying turkey poop on farm fields is right up there. That is one of the worst smells. I just double over, but that would not be fun.
Radio Paparazzi.
Actress Anne Heche, I watched the video of a neighbor that had caught it on his camera, surveillance camera, how fast her vehicle was going down this hill. I mean, it had to be over 110 miles per hour down a residential hill in California. And she ended up getting into this fiery crash.
Dr. Brahm said that we should be drinking.
I forgot to talk into that. So this is her on a podcast a week ago. So people are saying that she has had this issue with alcohol. She was on this podcast, and people are thinking that maybe it's true.
Dr. Brahm said that we should be drinking vodka instead of wine.
And we listened.
And we are
drinking it with wine chasers. Sometimes days just suck. Some days there's those no good, very bad days. And I don't know why some days just end up like this. And things don't really rock me like that. We're going to almost
and by the way, she might still be having it right now.
I think I am.
Sounds rough.
So the thing is that I think she has some condition, they said, that prevented the doctors in giving her a blood alcohol test. So something happened at the hospital, which probably will protect her against a drinking and driving charge. But listen to this guy. This is the guy doing kind of a play-by-play for the news from the helicopter. And she is wrapped in a blanket, which looks like she's dead. Okay. And they're carrying her on a stretcher. And then she just bursts through the sheet.
Yes, they got him out the passenger side, thank God. And this is the first time we're going to see this victim. It doesn't look that good, but that was going on the other side of the vehicle. Oh my gosh. He's completely alive.
What the hell?
That
So
was
obviously
crazy.
he's saying he because she has very short blonde hair. So it looks like a guy laying on a stretcher, and then she just like bursts out of this sheet. Thank God nobody else was injured. Could have been much worse. All right, on Saturday night, Drake got to present the much anticipated Young Money reunion show with Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj in Toronto. And we heard a story about how generous Lil Wayne was to Drake back in the day.
You gave me $30,000 that I was able to bring home to my mother, and that changed the next 6 months for us. And I'll never forget, that's the most important amount of money I've ever made in my life to date. You're the most important man to each and every one of us. You are truly the most selfless man on planet Earth.
Wow.
That is a good title to have. Obviously, over the weekend, big news was being made. Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, they had broken up over 9 months of dating. They did. Listen, I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe another Hollywood relationship gone wrong. But, I mean, he seemed to make her pretty happy.
Yeah, they seemed like they were having a good time.
Yeah, and I think that's what she needed, hot off being with that narcissist for a decade. But word is that it was amicable. They have so much respect for each other, and maybe he was just too young and work got in the way, and that was just kind of the deal. So it is what it is. Blowing out their candles today, Shawn Mendes turning 24. And listen to these boy banders. Drew Lachey of 98 Degrees is 46, and so is NSYNC's JC Chasez.
Break this down again. Who is this that has the water bottle that is a emotional support water bottle?
This is Vanessa Bayer. She's on SNL, and she's talking about how she needs it to feel
One
comfortable.
of the last things that I bought is this water bottle. Now, I know what you're thinking. What the heck? It's so big. It's a half gallon, and it tells you it kind of gives you messages throughout the day of you're doing a good job. But what I will tell you is the most wonderful feature of this water bottle is that it has a straw in it.
Yeah.
And I think drinking through a straw helps you to drink more water, because I find that it's hard to go you know what I mean? It's easier to do this.
Clearly doing this tongue in cheek.
Obviously. But she said that she is a better person and feels more comfortable when it's around. So
it's her emotional support water bottle. Somebody texted in, I have an emotional support case of beer in my fridge.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
Yeah, so the one...
Miranda, by the way, says,
What is this?
is that a tactical?
I'm a tactile person, so soft or plush fabrics to pet or rub between my fingers is extremely comforting. Oh my God, that must be what Liam has. Anytime he got a blankie when he was born.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need it to function or anything like that, or need it to sleep. But if it's around, he just weaves it in between his fingers.
Oh,
and
he's got a nervous habit.
He just loves it.
It's the same as, I bet it's the same stuff as, remember when those fidget spinners were so big a few years back?
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
You probably find those at the bottom of your kid's toy box that they'll never get used or something like that again. So what's your emotional support item, Kat?
So I'm going to have to say candles. If I don't have, if we don't have a candle lit in here during the show, doesn't it feel weird to not have it?
Yeah, there is an ambiance that it gives off. I guess I don't know if
You're definitely not as good as you are normally at your job when the candle isn't lit. Yes.
I
you.
suffer when the candle's not lit.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think I have anything here. I feel really left out. I don't have an emotional support thing.
Nothing that makes you feel better about your day or
No, I don't have anything with me or around ever usually.
When I get home, I run to our junk drawer, I grab our lighter, I light 2 candles, and as long as I have that smell, and it's even in the middle of summer, it smells like fall in my house. Got the apple scent or the pine scent.
Oh, this is interesting. Hey, Katie, this is your friend. She has an emotional support what?
I have a friend who works in a zoo, and she has an emotional support monkey.
Nice.
No way.
They had a monkey that was rescued and brought to the zoo to be rehabilitated, except it couldn't be released, and it never bonded with any of the other monkeys.
Yeah.
It only bonded with the keepers.
Wow.
So she ended up adopting it, and this monkey is now registered as her emotional support monkey.
Now imagine,
amazing.
Thank you for the call. Imagine getting on the plane with her.
Yeah. So I get the animal. I do. I get another living being with a heartbeat and needs you just as much as you need them. I get that. But anything that is not alive, just an object, what is something that makes you feel so much better?
Do you think your husband has one?
Probably the candles.
Really? My wife's got the dog.
I'm trying to think. Well, yeah, that's a living.
I know, and guaranteed that if it was me or the dog, I'm for sure out now.
For sure.
Now I was damaged goods before I broke my neck. Now, I'm really damaged goods. I'm good for nothing. I can't even lift more than 5 pounds.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
We're talking about items that are not alive, but they're like almost an emotional support item. I'm not mocking this situation at all. Trust me, I completely believe in the healing concepts of having an emotional support animal. But there was that audio from the SNL star that has an emotional support water bottle that if she doesn't have it around her, she feels off. So we're asking, what is that object that is almost an emotional support object for you? And Samantha said, unfortunately, my phone. But
that's going to be it for most people.
But it's also the reason why is because she worries about her kids and she wants to be able to have that.
Well, and if it's not next
connection.
to you, you get extreme anxiety. Yeah. Chase, what are we missing out on? We have emotional support. What?
My sunglasses.
Okay, and how many is there one specific pair, or do you have several like I do?
No, I just have one pair, but I always have to have them on my head because it's a couple different things. Number one, I used to be a biker. Okay. So I've always were prepared to jump on a bike and ride.
Sure.
And then it just got to be, my eyes are real sensitive to light, so
Same.
I always have to have sunglasses.
Yeah.
Do you buy the really nice ones then?
I don't have them on my head. I'm sorry?
Do you buy really, really nice, expensive ones then and take good care of them? Or do you lose them all the time so you've got like 100 pair of $5 ones?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So these ones, if you don't have them on your head, you'll feel a bit off. You'll feel a little lost.
I'm searching everywhere for them.
Oh, no.
Really? Wow. So I have a friend named Paul who, if we go out to dinner, he does this, though, with reading glasses. He'll have a pair in his pocket. Mm. He'll have a pair hooked to the collar of his shirt. He'll have a pair on the top of his head.
Oh, my God.
And then he'll go, I got to get my cheaters. And he'll go grab for some. Like, and his wife and he have the same, like, cheaters.
Yeah.
So he'll put his wife's glasses on. And as he's reading the menu, there's a pair on top of his head, a pair in his pocket, a pair on his button.
Yeah.
And he's always, like, patting himself, looking for his cheaters all the time.
That's so funny. My dad's yesterday fell out of his shirt pocket into the dam.
Oh.
And he goes, no worries, grab some out of his
because they're like $3 or $4 ones that he got at CVS.
He already had an extra pair on him. So
where are they right now, Chase?
On my face.
Okay, you're wearing them right now as you're talking to us, being super cool.
Yep,
you do sound cool.
You're the best. Hope you have a great morning.
Thanks, girl.
You too.
Take care. You know what I did this weekend? I forgot to tell you.
What?
I became an ordained minister, and I can now marry people.
I saw that on your sister's Facebook.
Yeah,
Is anything ever secret?
Nope.
Like she just tells you everything.
No, I did it. Actually, I did it while I was waiting for my son to finish skating.
Yeah, and how long did it take?
5 minutes.
To become an ordained minister,
well,
to be
I
able
guess
to
that's
marry
wrong.
anybody?
It's wrong to say ordained minister. I guess I that's probably wrong because I don't want to downplay what pastors and priests and clergy does. But now I can actually legally marry my sister and her fiance this winter when they get married.
Has she gone over rules? Things that you cannot mention? Are you going to be like a jokey?
No, she said it's got to be quick and she said keep the jokes for afterwards.
Okay.
I don't know his family very well. I know him and he's a nice guy and he's kind of, jovial. But I think I think the things that are probably going to be off limits are her first marriage.
Yep.
His first marriage.
Yep.
Her upbringing. And the fact that, see, what's really hard for her is that she's got the rest of her life to live knowing that my parents loved me so much more than they loved her.
Right.
And I know it's a sore spot for her. And if I bring that up in her wedding vows, she's probably going to go off the deep end.
That's a good, maybe save that for the speech, the toast.
So I'm thinking maybe just a quick and easy, maybe 2 or 3 minute kind of thing. I hope you guys love each other.
Do it like how she used to do like your dinner grace where it's like rub it up, dub, thanks
she would always go,
amen.
She would go, God bless the food, amen, dig in.
Yeah.
And that would be it.
Do it
so
like
maybe
that.
I should
do
just 10 seconds worth. But I can legally marry people.
That's pretty cool.
That's what our world has come to right now.
What if we had some listeners that would pay you a fee? Would you go start marrying people?
I don't want to start. My calendar is so full.
Oh, my God.
What would it take? I mean, I don't know. What do you charge?
This is marriage.
Charge $500. For $500, I'd go do it, I guess.
Okay.
Less than that, I don't know. I'm really busy. Got a lot going on.
All right. If you want JJ to marry you, go ahead and text us.
I can't imagine one single human going, yep, I think I would want that idiot from the radio marrying me.
Yeah. But you're churchy enough that you would take it a little bit seriously.
I'll take it seriously. No. I think they're going to, enter into a holy bond, but...
I can't believe she asked you to do it.
I can't
Honest
either.
to God.
I think I was the only one. I think Trish and I were the only ones that say, yeah, we're going to fly to this destination and spend some money on...
Where's it going to be? Florida? Barbados? Bora Bora?
Florida, I think.
You don't know.
I really have no idea. I couldn't tell you what city it's in.
Oh.
Trisha's making all the travel arrangements.
What time of year?
It's
very
sometime
hot.
this winter.
Oh, okay.
It's
Good.
December or January.
Nice. Well, have fun.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.